Hello and welcome back. This is Pharma Health Insights with Rajesh, and I am thrilled to have you here again. Today's session is all about making your pharma work safer, cleaner, and more compliant. We are diving deep into the most common GMP errors and, more importantly, how to avoid them. Whether you are a seasoned professional or just starting in the pharma world, these practical tips will help you enhance operational excellence and stay inspection ready. Let's get started and make GMP a living culture, not just a regulation. Hygiene is the foundation of good manufacturing practices. Washing hands before entering the work area is not optional, it is a critical control step to prevent contamination. Improper hand hygiene can lead to batch contamination, reduced efficacy of the product, or even harmful side effects to patients. Moreover, bacterial contamination can have regulatory consequences, leading to batch failures and plant shutdowns. Reinforce hand washing before and after handling materials, post restroom visits, and after touching any potentially contaminated surfaces. Cleanliness goes beyond what looks neat. Cleanliness must be maintained through validated procedures. Simply mopping or wiping is not enough. Equipment and floors must be cleaned according to SOPs using approved cleaning agents. Ensure the presence of cleaned labels, check the cleaning logbooks, and inspect equipment to ensure no residues remain. This prevents cross-contamination and preserves product integrity. Employee health is crucial. Employees who feel unwell should report to the department head immediately. Illness can compromise product quality and safety. Temporary replacements should be trained and time must be allocated for SOP and GMP understanding. A sick employee should never be forced to work in critical areas, especially sterile or high-sensitivity zones. Wearing PPE is a basic yet vital compliance measure. Safety shoes, goggles, gloves, and respirators must be worn as per material handling and work zone requirements. Ignoring PPE protocols, such as not wearing goggles or gloves, can result in accidents, exposure to hazardous materials, and contamination risks. Always refer to the material safety data sheet and ensure all PPE is available and used correctly. Maintaining personal safety is not just about equipment. It requires vigilance and training. Stay alert, follow proper handling techniques, and if something feels unsafe, report it. Injuries often occur due to a lack of awareness or incorrect techniques. Supervisors must ensure every employee understands the risk and follows safe practices. Appropriate attire within production and quality areas is essential. Employees must undergo training on gowning procedures and should be monitored for compliance. Wearing fashionable or inappropriate clothing in the plant is not acceptable. Gowning should follow strict protocols to prevent contamination. Lab coats and uniforms are not to be worn outside designated clean zones. This prevents bringing external contaminants back into controlled areas. Jewelry and other personal accessories must be avoided as they can fall into the product or equipment and compromise safety in GMP. Let's move on to the work environment. Most accidents happen during breaks or shift transitions due to lack of attention or communication. During these times, ensure that tasks are handed over properly, and critical information is passed on to avoid errors. Use break times wisely and stay aware of surroundings to prevent incidents. A well-planned work schedule minimizes errors. Rushing into work without planning increases the chance of deviation. Think through your steps, gather required tools and documents beforehand, and communicate with your team to ensure workflow efficiency. Managing time effectively is crucial in GMP environments. Don't rush procedures, and don't delay either. Follow the SOP timeline and prioritize quality over speed. Pressure to finish quickly must never compromise compliance or data integrity. Disorganization can lead to errors. Always keep workstations tidy, label tools and materials clearly, and organize tasks logically. If you're unsure how to handle multiple activities, seek guidance. Good organization boosts efficiency and reduces risk. Understanding and following procedures is fundamental to GMP. Always read SOPs before starting any activity. If an update has been made, review it carefully. Procedures are written to ensure consistency, safety, and compliance. Never skip steps. Use only those materials that are approved and within their shelf life. Unauthorized or expired materials must be discarded as per SOPs. Maintain segregation to avoid mix-ups with rejected or quarantined materials. This prevents cross-contamination and ensures traceability. All instruments used in manufacturing or testing must be calibrated on schedule. Clearly tag equipment with calibration status, date, and person responsible. Using uncalibrated equipment can produce invalid data and trigger regulatory action. Segmentation helps in proper tracking, recall management, and avoiding mix-ups. Every raw material, intermediate, and finished product must have a unique identifier. Label everything clearly and store materials in their designated zones. GMP relies heavily on documentation. Every field must be filled. If a field doesn't apply, write N.A. and sign with the date. Missing entries or unchecked fields can lead to regulatory observations and data gaps. Record data in real time. Never rely on memory. Train employees to record entries one at a time and verify them immediately. Proper records ensure traceability, accountability, and product integrity. Record keeping is very important. Ensure handwriting is legible. If your handwriting is unclear, consider using printed templates. Illegible records are non-compliant and can lead to batch rejection. Auditors must be able to read everything clearly. Use only indelible inks. Use only indelible ink such as blue or green for documentation. Pencil, erasable pens, or black ink that can be altered are strictly prohibited. This ensures traceability and prevents any possibility of data tampering. Remember, integrity in documentation is a cornerstone of GMP. Correction fluids like whitener are not allowed on GMP documents because they obscure the original data. Instead, strike through a single line on the incorrect entry, write the correct information beside it, and include your initials and the date. This method ensures transparency and accountability. Changes in records must be made clearly and consistently. Draw a single line through errors, never erase or overwrite. Corrections must include the correct entry, date, and initials. If a comment or clarification is required, add it in the remarks section. This maintains data integrity. Never falsify data. GMP documentation is a legal record, and any manipulated data can lead to serious consequences including loss of license and legal action. Always enter accurate, real-time data and report any anomalies to your supervisor immediately. Every change must be documented properly with reason, date, and signature. Avoid copying data from scrap paper or unofficial records. Always record information directly into the control document. If you must take rough notes during testing, these notes should be attached to the main record for audit trail purposes. Transparency is essential. Follow the OOS procedure strictly. If results fall outside the specification, do not average them or adjust figures to bring them within limits. Follow the OOS procedure strictly. Report the result to the QA or supervisor and initiate the investigation as outlined in SOPs. OOS handling must be timely and compliant. Always review documents before submission. Check for missing signatures, incorrect entries, and calculation errors. A second set of eyes is helpful, but the first check should always be self-review. This step avoids rework and audit observations. Peer review or second checks are mandatory for critical operations. Trained personnel must verify all entries, calculations, and observations. This helps catch errors and reinforces quality. Never rush peer review, and always log who reviewed the document. This brings us to labeling. All materials, whether raw, in process, or finished, must be correctly labeled. Rejected material must be tagged clearly and moved to a designated quarantine area. If any change in process occurs, update labels and inform CA. Labeling errors can lead to serious mix-ups. Employees must be encouraged to report errors without fear. A blame-free culture fosters openness and continuous improvement. If you make or notice an error, report it to the supervisor immediately. Early detection reduces potential risks to product quality. When an error is reported, the department head must conduct a root cause analysis. Based on findings, staff should be retrained and preventive measures implemented. The goal is not just to fix, but to ensure the same error does not happen again. Internal audits are vital tools for compliance. Always respond to audit queries truthfully. If you don't know an answer, don't guess, refer to your supervisor. Never hide facts or documents. Transparent audits build trust and continuous improvement. In conclusion, GMP is not just about rules, it's about responsibility and discipline. Let us all commit to adhering to core values, ensuring safety, quality, and compliance in everything we do. Create an environment where excellence and safety go hand in hand. This is your chance to raise any questions or share real-world challenges in the below comment section. Learning is a two-way process. Your input and experiences can help us all improve our practices and compliance culture. So please comment. Thank you for your time and commitment to GMP excellence. Let's take today's insights back to our work areas and apply them proactively. Together, we can ensure quality, safety, and integrity in every batch we produce. See you in the next session. Please don't forget to like, share and subscribe.